We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within. And we will get there, heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Whoa ya ya, whoa ya ya, whoa ya ya, whoa ya ya. We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within. And we will get there, heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Whoa ya ya, 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 whoa ya ya.
Welcome to the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Richmond. We are a spiritual community and a beacon of liberal religion in Richmond whose roots stretch back to 1830. I'm Ann Joseph, a teacher on the high school team and a member of First UU. On behalf of the congregation, I welcome you to today's service. Ours is a deliberately diverse and fully inclusive community of adults, youth, and children, guided not by a creed, but by a covenant to uphold shared principles marked by love, respect, and justice. We strive to bring our values alive in this community and beyond. We welcome you to live these principles with us as you continue your spiritual journey. We welcome you whole with all your diverse identities. Black Lives Matter. If you are visiting with us today, we thank you for spending time with us, and we invite you to return again soon.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. If you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, my wish for you is that life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never have to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting what you're getting into, I know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. Hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who love you in the place you left. Hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you'll find God's grace in every mistake, and you'll always give more than you take. But more than anything, my wish for you is that life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, Your worries stay small. You never have to carry more than you can hold. While you're out there getting what you're getting into, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. My wish for you is that life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never have to carry more than you can hold. While you're out there getting what you're getting into, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish.
Hello, I'm Leah Deasy, and I'm part of the graduating class of 2020. It's been an interesting couple of months. This year has certainly not gone the way I was expecting it to, but I think I'm one of the lucky ones. Obviously, my day-to-day looks different, but I'm handling quarantine fairly well. I've gotten my first job, I've been able to go on a lot more walks, and I've been reading and drawing more, both of which are things I wouldn't get to prioritize at other times. All in all, I'm doing all right. One thing I am struggling to do, however, is reconcile that with everything else going on. One of the things I love about First UU is the effort the church puts into making tangible, real-world change, whether that's through activism, workshops, or volunteer work, all of it. It contrasts heavily, in my mind, with the idea some other faiths put forward where love thy neighbor is often in sentiment only, not necessarily in action. I admire Unitarian Universalism for the idea that those who are doing well should help those who aren't. And given that I'm doing all right now, I have been doing my best to stay updated on current events and do my part in signing petitions and calling lawmakers and donating to all these wonderful causes that are gaining traction right now. One thing I have been struggling with that is the disconnect in my mind between what my current day-to-day looks like and the state of the world as a whole. Because I'm getting the majority of my information through a phone screen online, what I'm seeing often feels more so like a movie or a show and less like actual history that is happening to me and to us right now. So I've been working very hard to try to solidify in my mind that just because I am currently able to relax most of the time and that I'm doing all right doesn't mean that now is a time to stop being involved with those causes, because they are real, they are happening right now. And that's not likely to go away anytime soon either, this watching everything through a phone screen, because our current leadership does not seem to be handling anything well, including the pandemic. So as I go into college, hopefully to be attending in person, I'm going to have to make sure to keep that spirit of participating in activism and in staying informed, even as I shift my focus more so to getting an education. I'm also looking to continue my Unitarian the Unitarian Universalist presence in my life, which will be aided by the fact that there is a UU organization at William & Mary, the college that I'll be attending. So hopefully I will have a lot of help in that process. I would like to thank the congregation for this wonderful foundation they have given me for going forward into the world, and I hope you're all doing well.
Hello. Welcome to our time of worship. And don't we all need it right now? The video that you've just seen before was one of our students. It is Bridging Sunday, the Sunday on which our graduating high school students share with us their reflections upon their time in this congregation and whatever moves their hearts. We're happy to have 5 Bridging seniors and, as a result, to have a very rich service today. But it's important for us to mention a few things, particularly this week. The past 2 weeks have seen an unbelievable emotional outpouring. I can tell you that this church has been doing vigils on the deaths of Black folks at the hands of white people, police, and others for a long time. And yet on Wednesday, we found an amazing amount of response from people driving by. Some portion of the dam of racism has broken. We can't be excited yet. The governor has announced, and the mayor of Richmond has announced, that the statues will come down from Monument Avenue. But lest any of us be fooled, these are tokens, symbols. They're important for sure, but they symbolize the hatred and the lies that have been told for 400 years about the treatment of Black and Indigenous peoples, and now of immigrants and others. These lies have been told to put people to sleep, because if people ever came together and had solidarity, then change would happen. And a change is indeed gonna come. How much change? How deep the change is going to be? Well, we need to talk about that in the near future. But for right now, I want to expose you to the brilliant minds and hearts of 5 graduating seniors as they share with us some reflection upon life in these congregations of ours, these places that we make, these little churches in the wings of the church, as we encountered them growing up and now blessing them on their way. Welcome to a time of worship.
Hi, David. Okay, what is it that you like about church?
Because we're having simple supper and doing dishes at church and putting them away and dry them.
Okay. So is there anything that you miss about church since we can't go now?
And we're not, if the sickness goes away, I start to say hi to other people.
To your friends?
To your friend.
Yeah. What will we do when we go back to church?
To have simple supper.
Yeah.
And go to church service.
Mm-hmm. And do we see any friends there?
Yes.
Do you have lots of good friends?
Yes. Lots of friends at church. I like to thank everyone at church.
Across the generations, we are tending the flame. Hand in hand, we are here to build something lasting. Together, we share in the work, singing the songs, speaking the truth. We join in the line and carry this flame forward.
Good morning. My name is Elena Marshall. Some of you with younger children might recognize me from the nursery, where I've worked and volunteered for the past 6 years. But my involvement with the Unitarian Universalist Church goes back much farther than that. I was born a Unitarian, and I've attended the first Unitarian Universalist Church of Richmond since I was 4 or 5. Through my religious education here, I've been taught some of the values that I still find most valuable in my life today. I learned how to be respectful of all life. I learned how to have empathy and understanding. And most importantly, I learned how to be universally loving and accepting. That love and acceptance that the UU Church teaches is part of the reason I'm here today. See, 20 years ago, when those things were much harder to find for LGBT people, my 2 moms, Julia and Claudia, met at a UU event. The UU Church had a place for them, and that's why I'm here. I was born from the love that the Unitarian Universalist Church teaches, and I still feel it inside of me. Even so, I stopped attending my religious education classes when I was 8 or 9 years old. But 2 or 3 years later, I ended up making one of the best decisions of my life, which was to continue my involvement with the UU Church by working and volunteering in the nursery here. Because of that opportunity, I've been able to be a part of one of the most beautiful, loving, and accepting communities I've ever seen. And I've been able to work with some of the most beautiful, loving, and accepting people I've ever met. And I'm a better person for it. That's what I believe religion should be about. Bettering yourself in order to better the world around you. And that's what the UU Church teaches. How to use beautiful values like love and acceptance in order to make the world a better place. These teachings are more important now than ever. As I'm sure most of you know, as we speak, Black and brown people are fighting for their rights, fighting for their lives. And we as a community need to come together and use our teachings, use the love and acceptance in order to make a change. I might be preaching to the choir here because, as we all know, our Black Lives Matter sign has been up for the last 5 years. Even in times like this, where it can be hard to find the love and beauty in the world, I want to remind everyone that it's still inside of us. And we still have the ability and the duty to use that love to make a difference, just like the UU Church teaches us. While I have the platform, I want to encourage everyone to do anything they can to support the Black Lives Matter movement. Be that donating, speaking out, attending protests, or whatever you can do. But that's what the UU Church is about, spreading love and acceptance to make the world a better place. As I move into the adult world, away from home, to college, to a job, the values of the UU Church are what I want to bring with me. I want to be able to use love and acceptance in order to make the world a better place, and I hope that my generation uses love and acceptance to demand more of the world. To finish off my time today, I want to thank all of you, everyone who's a part of the UU Church, for making me the person I am today. I want to thank Reverend Jeanne for being a wonderfully strong and admirable woman who I can model myself after. And I especially want to thank Rhonda for being one of the most accepting and loving people in my life. But thank you, all of you, because without this community, I would not be the beautiful woman I am. Thank you.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong, and may you stay forever young, forever young, forever young, and may you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of change shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. And may you stay forever young, forever young, forever young, and may you stay forever young.
Hi, my name is Luke. Pleasure to be speaking with you all. Well, we're all far apart, but you know what I mean. I've been a part of this congregation of the UU Church of Richmond for as long as I can remember. I first came here when I was about 5 years old. We were in the old, non-renovated building. There's an air hockey table in the basement, and at the time I don't remember much of the first visit, but I remember our parents enrolled us in the Sunday school program. Pretty much straight off the bat, when I was a kid, I was like, oh man, I have to go to church today? Come on, that stinks. But when I got older, I wanted to appreciate it. I really started to appreciate the fact that I was going, and that I had good friends there, and good roots. And learned to appreciate the opportunity that UU gave me. And the things that I have done for UU, that UU has done for me. It taught me many things that school never did, or my family never did. To get along with people, to have debates with people, talk to people, form friendships, and learn how to be the best human I could possibly be. Not to mention the vast sex ed programs that we attended. Definitely a lot of info there. The OWL class was really fantastic when I look back at it. It was really helpful in my high school career. When I was writing this speech, reflecting on my time at UU, I realized how this church has shaped me as a person, more than I originally thought. I learned to be standing up for myself and what I believe and what I think is right, as well as respecting others and their opinions. And that, in this time in 2020, is more important than perhaps anything else. To respect each other and all know that we're together and all human. And we all want to have good for the world, and nobody wants bad. And that is how we should work to get things done together as humans. I feel like the more we do this, the more we be kind to each other and gracious to each other, and accept each other for all races, ages, sexes, and importantly, things that we don't typically do very well at, not just here, but anywhere, is accepting ideas. divide between ideas in America, it's just so far off, so far, it's just a chasm of hatred. And I know we all want the best for America. Instead of working together, we just fight and argue. And I have learned to not just follow the ideals that the church wants us to, or my parents want me to, that I can be my own person and discover myself and what I believe. And I feel if were to spread more than acceptance and kindness into the world, in simple things such as listening or being kind to another person who we may not agree with, or they may not agree with us, we can make the world just so much better. So I'll leave you asking you to just be kind to each other, and even the small things. Thank you so much to Rhonda and my parents and all of the people who have helped me, and Reverend Jeanne. Thank you. I really appreciate what you've done for me.
Join us now in a time of meditation, reflection, just a time to breathe deeply and join with these 6 seniors: Ben, Leah, Elena, Jake, Luke, and David. They're so inspirational. Let's just sit with that for a moment.
My name is Benjamin Lee, and I've been attending First UU since I was 4 years old. My parents grew up in different faith traditions, and when they first had kids, my mom wanted something that felt a little more sacred, and my dad wanted somewhere we could discuss humanism or anything else he was interested by. First UU fit both these desires. I've always admired my church and its members for always striving to create change in the world. It is something that we in the UU faith seem to be profoundly good at doing. As challenging as it is to enact change in the rest of the world, it is often hardest to look inward and change ourselves. From a young age, First UU taught me to think about who I am, what I believe, and the principles that will guide me. I was taught that if I did not like what I saw, either on the inside or on the outside, I could and should make a change. This knowledge is both a comfort and a challenge, demanding that I always strive to do better. In the last few months, so much of the world has been turned upside down. The pandemic trapped us all at home, I don't have a graduation, at least not a proper one at school. My 4th and final year of tennis at Freeman is gone, ended before it began. The second half of my senior year, also known as the fun part, is gone. Visits to make final college decisions were canceled. Everything seems to be on hold. Instead, I have a new puppy and a full-time job at Yellow Umbrella. And a lot of family time. The fact that this meaningful bridging ceremony is still happening today is in sync with the image of First UU in my upbringing. Always there, always steadfast. Changing with me as things around me change. I'm excited for the future, especially the next 4 years away at college. But I will always remember my time at First UU. I'm grateful to my parents and a few special RE and OWL teachers who helped me along the way. I know I have a home here, and there's still work to be done. Thank you.
Our Share the Plate this month has been chosen by our high school class, many of whom are bridging today. The beneficiary for 2020 June is the Richmond SPCA, the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, founded first in Richmond in 1891, with a mission that at all times and in every way they are advocates for animals, to provide for their safety and comfort and to strive to eliminate suffering. It's a worthy goal, and it is the choice of these young people. About 1,200 people volunteer to keep the mission strong and thriving at the SPCA, and in COVID times, they've been successful in placing many, many animals in loving homes, and so many organizations are very far stretched, and so our high school students ask that we support the SPCA. The offering will now be taken and gratefully received.
My time at First UU has been a fantastic 12 years. Beginning from when I was a first grader, I walked into the Unity Church across the road about an hour after the services started. And while I was unaware of what was going on or what I was doing there, it felt out of place, and I knew it was out of place. However, a few weeks later, we drove right past the Unity Church where we had just gone. I thought we were going to the same place, but it was the church right past there across the road. Little did I realize I would be spending nearly every Sunday at this place for the next 12 years. I first thought to myself that it'd be another awkward experience like the one I had a few weeks back, but it wasn't. Friends came to me very quickly, as well as great times. Every Sunday I spent there, something funny or interesting would occur every 5 minutes. The two of these things together drew me closer to the people who worked there, the people who participated in the service, the people in the choir, the people in Sunday school, and even the church itself. As I grew up in UU, so did the topics we learned about. OWL, or Our Whole Lives with Mr. Ray, was my favorite class there, because there wasn't a day there that wasn't hilarious. Despite not wanting to go ever, almost, I always had an enjoyable time when I got to church. Every Sunday I was there, I was not disappointed with what I learned, and I'd always learn something new. I wish you the best of luck to the people who are participating in the bridging ceremony with me today, and I wish you the best of luck on whatever you choose to do or what path you may take. And I'd like to give a huge thank you to Miss Rhonda, Reverend Jeanne, Paul, Ryan, and the other teachers and leaders of the church. Everybody, please have a great summer and stay safe due to the coronavirus and other topics.
This bridging ceremony celebrates the transition of our youth from their high school experience into young adulthood. It is a time of tremendous change, containing both celebration and stress. It is a time when many of them will leave our particular church community to travel to other cities, into higher education, careers, and other life endeavors.
The bridging ceremony is a rite of passage that welcomes these bright, energetic seniors into the rewards and responsibilities of adulthood. The bridge has two sides. One is the childhood and adolescent, where they have become leaders and mentors to their friends and acquaintances. The other side is a frontier full of opportunities and challenges. The adult members of this community also stand on the other side. We stand with open arms wide to welcome them, our minds prepared to mentor and learn from them, and our hearts prepared to share life together with them.
Today, we honor you. Today, we honor the youth among us. You are crossing this threshold toward a new day. Today, we applaud you for all you have been, for all you are now, for all you will be. We share in your journey and encourage your discovery.
Today, we welcome your energy and offer you a place to continue to grow. We celebrate your hopes and dreams. Come, live, breathe, thrive, and rejoice. Your time is now.
Today marks an ending so that you may begin again, to hope and do and learn and be. Today you cross this bridge. Go now and explore with wonder. We will support and nurture you. You are the future.
Today, as you cross this bridge, remember to be patient and hopeful. Continue to grow in your faith. Cross now and make choices that will lead to happiness for you and others. This community will always support and nurture you. You are amazing. You are an inspiration. Blessed be and amen.
I always feel hope at the end of the bridging service. I generally am in touch with some of our graduates, and they're off doing amazing things, some quietly, some right here in our own backyard, some just finding their way in this world, others out and about and leading. We're so glad to be in contact with all of our young people. But today, we're very proud of these young folks. In a generation that has been brought into question more than they deserve, this Generation Z, they are now beginning their lives at a time of COVID. They are amazingly resilient folks. They have had adaptive graduations. They've finished their assignments. They're figuring out how to get to their next trip in life, wherever it may be. And they are learning to adapt and persist. And they're doing all this amidst the breakup of what was a system of deep, deep oppression that has been peeled back by different layers, generation on generation on generation. Can we hope that they will be the generation that peels back the final layer of white supremacy and racism? Let's have that hope for them. I'm very grateful for the graciousness with which they have all worked to provide you with an insight into who they are and what they're doing. I'm very grateful to all of you for the encounters, the connection, the support, the love and encouragement that you've given them. Don't stop now. And also, as always, we want to be grateful to the folks who have made all of this possible. Those folks who've worked with our youth, our young adults, our AL teachers, our classroom teachers, and most finally and certainly, their amazing parents, who many times didn't know what to think and found a way to sit down and talk it through. Blessings upon all of you. Well done.
Receive, O mystery, the words of our hearts. If prayer worked like magic, and if I knew the words that would guarantee prayer's power, I know what I would pray. Let life always be kind to our children. Let sorrow not touch them. Let them be free from fear. Let them never suffer injustice, nor the persecution of the righteous. Let them not know failure of a project, a love, or a hope. Let life be to them gentle and kind and joyful. If I knew the formula, that is what I would pray. But prayer isn't magic, and life will be hard. So I pray for our children with some hope. This prayer. May their knowledge of sorrow be tempered with joy. May their fear be well balanced by courage and strength. May the sight of injustice spur them to just actions. May their failures be teachers and their spirits grow. May they be gentle, joyful, and kind. Then their lives can be like magic, and it will be good. Blessed be. Amen.
The chalice is now extinguished, but its light lives on in the minds and hearts and souls of each one of you. Carry that flame with you as you leave this place, and share it with those you know, with those you love, and most especially with those you have yet to meet.